There are some stars in Hollywood that could do nothing but read the phone book and still sound amazing.
Yes, the person who sat down with our entertainment reporter Jim Ferguson is definitely in that category. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning. Our Hollywood happening today looks at the coming-of-age comedy drama Dope, produced by Oscar winner Forrest Whitaker, who also provides the film's voiceover narration. And here's the very versatile and talented performer, Mr. Forrest Whitaker.
I'm a former high school teacher. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and this hit home to me.
Sure.
Dope. You know what I'm talking about.
I do. I mean, the movie is it's a coming-of-age story, but inside of a community that has its own difficulties and things like that, but with kids who are trying to, like, achieve and find out who they really are and express that.
Who am I? Yeah.
Exactly.
I used to teach government 12th graders, and the kids would come up to me, Mr. Ferguson, help me, who am I?
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
And there's so much of this. You do the narration at the beginning and at the end of this story. And that narration, and you do it so beautifully.
Thanks.
It's important.
Well,
what
it was
the narrator
important.
has to say.
It is because he kind of sets a frame, like a little bit of a tone, for the movie, which is like a little playful, but yet we're gonna go into a universe and a world that's gonna give us something new. We're gonna learn something on this journey, and I think that Rick really wanted me to narrate the film. It was something that was decided at the end. We had already done the film, produced the film, and he was talking to me about what I narrated, and I had the opportunity, so I did it.
You mentioned produced. Is there any reason why you wanted to get involved with this project?
Well, I mean, I think this movie is really true to where, it's specific in the sense of where the neighborhood it's from, but I think to open up a story that allows these young kids to find their voices and, like, tell everybody that even if you feel like you're on the outside, if you're a misfit, an outcast, whatever it might be, that you can find your voice, and your voice can be powerful.
Yeah, it sure can. Would you agree with me, Forrest, that the heart of the story of Dope is that redefining yourself, finding who you are, regardless of your environment?
Yeah, I think that it's really key, that the environment and the fact that they're dealing with all these struggles and stuff, but the movie itself kind of deals with these weird perceptions. First of all, they're perceived a certain way in their own community. They're looked at as geeks, even though
geeks in the hood.
Exactly. To the point where they won't even acknowledge that they might have a gun when they go through security. You know what I mean? Because they could never do that in their minds. And so there's a lot of these perceptions going on with them and the music they like, 90s hip hop, but then they're singing sort of a rock, new kind of pop sound. All the characters throughout, even the guy from Harvard, there are all these perceptions that we think one person's one way, and then we realize later that they're another. We see this this drug dealer, and this drug dealer turns out to be this, like, kind of geopolitical philosopher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you see this sort of dope head, pot smoker, and he turns out to be one of the most brilliant people in the film. So it's like there's all these things that the movie's turning on, and it's trying to, like, say to you, let's find your authentic self and see people as who they are.
Comment on my comment. I have a minute. As an actor, for yourself, I didn't see one bad performance from these young people.
I think they're amazing.
Aren't they?
It's an amazing cast. I mean, all the way through, from top to bottom. Shameik, Tony, Kiersey, all the way through, Quincy, all everyone in the film, I think, is really special.
Well, Shameik Moore stars in Dope as a high school senior who is surviving life in the tough L.A. neighborhood of Inglewood. While juggling college applications, he struggles to avoid gang pressure. His dream of attending Harvard seems impossible. Here's Shameik and the film's director, Rick Famuyiwa.
It's unique. It's from a very specific point of view, and I was very intentional about that. But I felt like that specificity people could relate to universally, because that's we all have sort of a universal adolescence, especially as American kids, and so they were going through their sort of specific take on it, but it all sort of connects to everything that we all sort of share. So yeah.
Shameik, you think a lot of the story was autobiographical of Rick?
I think it was it was based off of some I don't know. We gotta talk. I can't really speak for Rick.
I handed him a picture of me. I joined his bike gang. See, from Dope.
Is he in there? Are you in there?
Oh, that's what you. Oh, yes, I see that now.
My goodness.
Oh, shoot.
Dope was recently a critical hit at the Sundance Film Festival, and I can see why. This coming-of-age adventure is a universal story that's relatable. I can understand the buzz that's going around this. I didn't even need the buzz in there. Okay. Well, the film Dope was recently a critical hit at the Sundance Film Festival, and I can see why. This coming-of-age adventure is a universal story that's relatable. I can understand the buzz that's going around this film. The young cast of no-name actors do a great job. It's an old plot, but it works. It's rated R, my grade a B. I'm going to see you right here next Tuesday on The Morning Blend.